Well, boys, when a bike pops up that you've always wanted in your hometown, sometimes you just gotta jump. You're never gonna get this opportunity again, so I think we just gotta go for it. Guys, you already know, we're in the van. We're going to get something, or at least check it out right now. It's gonna be awesome.
Big man, it's a nice house, but it's a really cool house.
Oh yeah.
Off there, whatever.
I'd like to show the story. So yeah, a 1979 CBX. This one took a little bit to get, but I'm really glad that I hopped on it. There's not a lot of opportunities to buy these things, and this one actually popped up locally to me, and it like 4 miles from my house. Not locally like in the state, but like locally like really close to my house, and I had to jump on it. So turns out that I'd probably met the guy already at like vintage bike nights and stuff like that. But yeah, very nice gentleman who sold me this, and I guess the story is he bought it from his friend who last rode it. I guess he bought it new, and just hadn't ridden it since approximately the 80s. So that's why it has 11,000 miles on it. But I know the engine's not seized up or anything like that. It was kind of like one of those ran when parked kind of things. And overall, you know, it has a couple of issues, of course, you know. But yeah, it's not too bad. So a little rough around the edges, but it's definitely savable. There's a lot of good here. It's actually not in too bad a shape. So unlike a lot of the other bikes, or all of the other bikes on the channel, this one's not going to be like a modification based playlist based revival or anything like that. The goal for this one is going to be get it running and then do a sympathetic restoration on it. So it's probably not going to go down to like bare frame or anything like that unless it really, really needs it. But I want to try to make it like the best example of a survivor / partial restoration that I can. So we're going to be just saving what's here, refurbishing what we can, replacing just a couple bits, and it's going to be pretty cool. So there's going to be like, we're going to do some plating on a lot of hardware. I'm probably going to have the engine dry ice blasted. We're going to do a whole bunch to it. And, you know, hopefully we'll get it up and running and be able to enjoy this thing for a little bit, and then eventually I will sell it. And that is the ultimate goal. So 79 models, twin shock, the first year of the CBX, just an iconic bike, inline six. They're so ridiculous looking. And yeah, like 100 horsepower, 2 single piston calipers up front, just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm really excited to get on this one, and this bike, it's not going to have any kind of like ETA with it because some components are going to be harder to find. You know, I do have to replace the tank. It's going to require body work. I already have a tank for it actually, along with a couple other bits. I've been working on this behind the scenes for a while now. So yeah, we're just gonna take our time on it, and it's gonna be kind of in between projects, or pick a day here and there, work on it when I can. But the main focus will be like, you know, stockpile some parts and then do a lot of prep work and then try to knock out as much as we can in chunks. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm actually, I'm probably the only person on the planet, but I'm actually looking forward to like rebuilding the carburetors on this thing and kind of geeking out on those. I do key and CVs all the time, so it's not like they're gonna be anything super different or anything unfamiliar for me. Just excited about it. It's just gonna be the perfect extension of what I already do, just on a slightly more unicorn type platform. So I do plenty of CD750s, dual over cam stuff, single over cam, vintage Hondas, CXs, whatever. Just Hondas are kind of my jam, and this one is the jam of the Hondas, I guess. So I don't know if that made any sense, but it worked in my head. So just to go with it, you know, just trust me on this one. But yeah, looking forward to getting started on it again. You know, it's going to be a cool project, and I can't wait to go ride this thing. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So just want to do a little walk around here and tell you guys some of the things that I see right off the bat. Obviously, we've mentioned the tank being bad. It has some dents in it, you know, and it's had body work in the past. I do have a key for it. We've opened this thing up. It's full of rust. So I know I've done that a couple times. Eventually my finger will go through this. So I'm not going to say this tank is savable at this point. So I do have another tank for it. Needs body work. The carburetors, I've had one bowl off of these things, and they're actually not bad inside. So I'm not going to try to run them like this. I am going to just go ahead and pull the carbs off, go through them right off the rip. And yeah, I'm going to utilize a lot of parts from, like, let's say Tim's CBX. I got a big old wish list built up on there. And we're just going to start throwing some nice OEM type stuff at this and do what we can. So new tires. The Comstars actually are in really good shape, luckily. So I think these things are going to polish up just beautifully. So I'm excited about that. Front fender's in good shape. It's just got a little chip in the paint. We'll have all this resprayed, so it'll have all new paint on it. The engine, I've mentioned, we're going to have dry ice blasted, so I'll have a lot of the hardware replated and just do this thing right, guys. I just want to do it justice, do it right. Exhaust-wise, I do have another option already. These pipes are, you know, they're cool, but, you know, we're not going to put an original type pipe on there, but we're going to put something on that's in better shape. Yeah, forks are not pitted or anything, which is very lucky. So they'll clean up just fine. We'll do fork seals, and you know, we're going to go through the whole bike. But if I can avoid doing an engine rebuild, that would be ideal. But being that it has 11,000 miles on it, it does roll over, you know, it should be just fine. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. As I said in the video, there's not going to be any like real ETA or deadline to meet with this one. We're just going to kind of do it as we're able to, of course, because of just other bikes, you know, in the mix, customer stuff, and then parts availability for this thing. But step one for this one is going to be to kind of get it back to the shop, do a more in-depth dissection of the bike, a more comprehensive analysis of it, and figure out what we need to do, what really needs to be addressed. I have a bore scope. We're going to go ahead and kind of peek inside the cylinders of this thing, kind of lube everything up, rotate it over by hand, test out the electrical, and just start doing the basic checks necessary to bring this thing back to life. I hope you're as excited as I am for this bike. Like many, this is a bucket list bike for me, and here we have one in the flesh, and this is going to be the perfect project. For me, I'm really excited about it. So definitely keep an eye on my social media. You can kind of see whenever I post about this bike. You can see it before we get it up on the channel, and you can see what I'm working on, when I'm working on it. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and look for more CBX content soon. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching.